Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. Today our topic is time, that is Skill Builder page number 18 and 19. Nowadays we use different devices to tell the time. We use mobile phones, wristwatches and wall clocks. Today our focus will be on analog clock. An analog clock has hands in it. The longer hand is known as the minutes hand and the shorter one is known as the hour hand. Now take a look at this clock. As you can see the smaller lines here, these smaller lines represents minutes, whereas the digits represents hours. When our minute hand moves from 12 and take a full turn and comes back at 12 again, that means 1 hour has passed or 60 minutes have passed. Similarly, when the minute hand moves from 12 and reaches halfway or at 6, that means only half hour has passed, or we can say 30 minutes have passed, because half of 60 is 30. Today we are going to learn about o'clock and half past. O'clock. When your minute hand is pointing at 12, the time will be 00 because after 12 the new hour will start. So always remember that when your minute hand, the longer hand, is pointing at 12, that means it is o'clock. In this case, the minute hand is pointing at 12 and the hour hand is at 3. So the time is 3 o'clock. And we can write it like this. Now we are going to take some examples. First rule is to take a look at the minute hand. If it is pointing at 12, that means it is o'clock. Now the hour hand or the shorter hand is pointing at 5 here. So what is the time? The time is 5 o'clock. And now it is pointing at 8, so the time is 8 o'clock. In this case, the hour hand is pointing at 9 and the minute hand is pointing at 12, so the time is 9 o'clock. And in this, hour hand is pointing at 4, so the time is 4 o'clock. Now we are going to learn about half past. What does half past mean? Half past means that when the minute hand moved from 12 and took a half turn, that means half hour has passed, or you can say 30 minutes have passed. Now how we can tell half past something? We don't know what is the hour. As you can see, now here is the hour hand. Hour hand is between 3 and 4 and our minute hand is at 6. So the time here is half past 3 or 3:30. Now let's explore it more. Always remember, when the minute hand is pointing at 6, that means half hour has passed. And afterwards you are going to look at the hour hand. Hour hand is between 4 and 5. It is so because the minute hand has taken half turn after 4 o'clock, so I am going to take 4. So my time is half past 4 or 4:30. Now here the minute hand is pointing at 6, that means half hour has passed, and the hour hand is between 6 and 5. So that means after 5 o'clock, half hour has passed. So I'm going to write half past 5 or 5:30. Again, the minute hand is pointing at 6 and the hour hand is between 7 and 6. So that means half hour has passed after 6 o'clock. So I'm going to write 6:30 or 6:30. Look here. Again, the minute hand is pointing at 6. That means half hour has passed or 30 minutes have passed. And the minute hand or hand is between 12 and 1. So that means 30 minutes have passed after 12 o'clock. So our time would be 12:30 or 12:30. So this is the end of our lecture. I hope you understand it. Take care and Allah Hafiz.